സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram, sir.
Audio is okay? Audio is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथासम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. ॐ. Good morning, namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and we have completed 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshana Yogam. Before conclusion, just we will briefly go through what we discussed in the 11th chapter, and then we will proceed to the 12th chapter. So in 11th chapter, Bhagavan explained, not only 11th chapter, all the previous chapters, Bhagavan clearly explained the Tat Swarupam, right? Tat, that, the Atma, the Swarupam, everything Bhagavan explained. And after listening that Brahma Swarupam, Arjuna wanted to see that. After Vibhuti Yogam and all that, he wanted to see. Then Bhagavan gave Divya Drishti to Arjuna, and of course Arjuna was in the state of receiving Divya Drishti and see Bhagavan, or the Rupam of Bhagavan, or the Rupam of Brahman, which is this universe, this body, at one place. So Arjuna was able to see the whole universe appearing as one body, or on one body, initially with thousands of suns and all the shining. When he saw all that, Arjuna was really delighted and thrilled to see that. And then after that, the Vishwarupam, in that Vishwarupam he saw the Kala Rupam. Kala Rupam means the Samharam. So all that, whatever he see, the Bhishma, Drona, everyone getting disappeared in the, some are going very smoothly inside the mouth of this Kala Rupam, some are getting crushed between the teeth, etc. When he saw all that, he got really scared also, and he afterwards, when he saw that in this Vishwarupam, the whole universe or the objects of this world, along with all the thing that he sees, is created, sustaining and getting destroyed in that Kala Rupam. Then he did Dandavat Pranamam. Many times he prostrated in front of Bhagavan, many times, and he did Namaskaram, and then said that, and Bhagavan said that it is impossible to see this Vishwarupa, even for Devas also. It is very difficult for even Devas. So this is the only quality that is necessary, the only requirement, qualification that is necessary is Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti is, what is Ananya Bhakti? All karmas, whatever actions that we are performing, is an offering to Bhagavan. Okay? And the only goal, while we do this, all the actions as an offering to God, with what goal? The only goal is Bhagavat Prapti, to merge with Bhagavan. That is the only. Other actions, if Yajnam, Danam, Tapas, or all sorts of karma, if it is done with self-interest, or I am the doer and I am doing it for me, with this attitude, if this is done, then that karma will take us away and away from realizing the God. So it will take us away from God, and also the layer of vasanas, it will become thicker and thicker, and it will be much more difficult to realize this Bhagavan or merge with Bhagavan. So ultimately what it says, Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti is the only way. Okay, with that we will enter into the Bhakti Yogam. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vishwarupa Darshana Yogo Nama Ekadashodhyayah. We'll go to now 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga. It's a beautiful short chapter. So Ananya Bhakti. So already Bhagavan gave the Bijam in the last verse of last 11th chapter. Ananya Bhakti leads to Bhagavat Prapti. What is Bhakti? Bhakti is pure love. That is Bhakti. Okay? Love, which is unconditional. The love is only towards Bhagavan, nothing else. No love for any other objects. So generally what the general love we see is conditioned love. Conditioned love is we have love towards something, love towards money, or love towards somebody. I want my daughter to get married, or I want my son to get promotion, or my somebody's health should be recovered, etc. So these are the bhakti, these are the love. For that we approach Bhagavan. So we want Bhagavan as an intermediator or the in between, someone who can get us that love towards those things. Okay, this is Kamyartha Bhakti, this is conditioned love. Whereas unconditioned love is, I don't want anything in this world. I want only you, Bhagavan. I want only Bhagavat. Bhagavat Prapti is my only goal in my life. All the objects are not my goal at all. This is Ananya Bhakti. There is no condition here. Unconditioned Bhakti towards Bhagavan, for Bhagavan, doing everything for Bhagavan, like that. Okay, there is nothing else in between, and only God alone exists here. That is the Ananya Bhakti. Okay, right. Then in this Bhakti there are two kinds of Bhakti. One is Saguna Bhakti. Okay, Saguna Brahmopasana we can call it, or Saguna Bhakti. Another is Nirguna Bhakti. Okay, or Nirguna Brahmopasana. So these two are there. So Arjuna is asking, which is more auspicious? Whether love towards an Ishta Devata, or with a Rupam, with a name and form, Ishta Devata Dhyanam or Upasana or Bhakti, or Nirguna Brahmam, okay, which does not have any Rupam, which does not have any Akaram, which does not have any Gunas, okay, such Nirguna Brahma Upasana, where all pervading, okay, which is there, Antaryami of all the objects. This is Nirguna Upasana. So Arjuna is asking, which is more auspicious, which is greater? Now let us see what Arjuna is asking. First verse. Evam satata yuktaye bhaktas tvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yogavittamaha. One more time. Evam satata yuktaye bhaktas-tvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yogavittamaha. Ye bhaktaha, those bhaktas, those devotees, satata yuktaha, always remembering. One second. Satatayuktaha, always remembering, Tvam Paryupasate, Tvam Paryupasate, and worshipping you everywhere. Worshipping you here means, here this Tvam means, Tvam Paryupasate, worshipping you as Sakara. Sakara means with form. With form. See why? Because see on the second verse, second verse clearly says Aksharam Abhyaktam. So the first line of this verse is meaning Sakaram, with the form. Tvam Paryupasade Evam Echa Abhi. Similarly, those bhaktas, Aksharam, imperishable Brahman, Avyaktam, Nirakaram, formless Brahmaswarupam. So, there are some bhaktas or devotees who worship you with a form, and there are others who worship you as Avyaktam Aksharam. Okay, Akshara Brahma Yoga we have already seen. So, Aksharam here means imperishable Nirakara Brahmam Avyaktam. Tesham, among them, Yoga Vittamaha ke, who are Yoga Sreshtaha, who are more auspicious, more greater or higher level of bhaktas. Among these two, who are, this is naturally everyone's doubt only, which is more auspicious to be, whether these bhaktas or whether it is good to be a Sakara bhakta or whether it is good to be a Nirakara bhakta, Nirguna bhakta, right? Nirguna Parabrahma upasana or Saguna Brahma upasana, which is more good. Everyone thoughts, things like that. See, in previous chapters, Bhagavan clearly explained about Atma, right? Atma, the Swarupam also, and the methods to merge in that, right? The methods like Karma Yogam. Karma Yogam is clearly explained, Bhagavan. Then Jnana Yogam is at Nitsreyan Dravya Mayad Yajnad Jnana Yajna Parantapa Sarvam Karma Khilam Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. All your karmas, right? Everything, hey Partha, Jnane Parisamapyate. Everything is merges or gets dissolved in Jnanam. All your other yajnas, Jnana Yajnam Parantapa, it is the most auspicious is Jnana Yajnam. And like that, many slokas are there. Yat Jnatva na punarmoham evam jasyasi Pandava. 4th chapter. Yena bhuta nyasheshena drakshya syatmanyatho mayi. So, the most important thing in all that Karma Yogam, let it be Karma Yogam or let it be Jnana Yogam or the various Vibhutis etc. explained in the Vibhuti Yogam, what is the most essential thing that is necessary in all of this is the mind must look towards one thing. The mind should have one pointedness. Vyavasayika buddhi rekha. That buddhi or the mind should focus on only one thing. What is that one thing? Brahman or Atma or Bhagavan. So the mind should focus on one thing, Bhagavan. Okay. But then normally what happens is our mind and sense organs, they always look outside only. They look towards the objects of this world. I want this, I want that. Because it is the natural habit of this sense organs. That is what Kathopanishad clearly says, Paranchikhani vyatrinat swayambhuhu tasmat parang pashyati na andaratma. All our sense organs and mind, they always look outside. Paranchikhani vyatrinat. Paranchikhani, always looking outside. Parang pashyati. Always looking outside. Na antaratma. Never not seeing the Atma which is inside. Never looking inside. Inside means inside does not mean only looking inside this body. Okay. We have to see that which is there inside of all bodies. Everything, that subtle thing in every vastu here, or every object here, looking inside. Inside, of course, turning inside also is one. So the first thing is to look inside. Where is this? Where is my true nature lies? Then we see the same thing everywhere also. So that is na antaratma na, because not seeing the antaratma. Kaschid dhiraha. Some people, very few people, dhiraha. Dhiraha means one who has buddhi. Okay, one who is using the buddhi to look inside. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshad. Pratyagatmanam aikshad. They look inside to see this Atma. Avrta chakshuhu amrtatvamichan. Amrtatvamichan, want to be free from this world. Right? Immortality. Those who are looking for immortality, kaschid dhiraha, those who have got this they with an avrta chakshuhu, means with a turned inwards chakshuhu, with an inward mind and sense organs, we can say mind, they see pratyagatma or the Atma. So what does that mean? It means that this mind should be able to focus on Bhagavan. That is the qualification, right? Without and this has to be done. So for that, a medium or a symbol or a one Ishtadevata Rupam is necessary, because everyone won't be able to look for this Atma, which is the Nirakaram, which is there in every body here. It's very difficult for everyone. So they can use a symbol or an Ishtadevata, or Pranavam also is used. Okay, Pranavam, Om, Omkaram. Okay, with all that, the Ishtadevata Dhyanam is practiced. Okay, mind should get purified. Okay, in this category of this Ishtadevata Dhyanam, or with an Ishtadevata or a symbol or one Rupam, anyone, it can be Krishna, it can be Shiva, or it can be Mahavishnu, or it can be Ganapati or Durga or Kali or anything. Any of the Ishtadevata can be taken as our favorite deity, okay, and see that deity in everything. See that Bhagavan in everything. That is your Bhagavan. Okay, though see that Bhagavan in everything, and this will lead to Vishwarupa Darshanam. Okay, this Vishwarupa Darshanam is the highly spiritual sadhana state. Vishwarupa Darshanam is the highly spiritual sadhana state where everything is that God alone. Okay, Bhagavan alone is there in everything. All that you see as prana is Bhagavan alone. That is the first line. That is what Evam Satata Yuktaye Bhaktastvam Paryupasate. Then this is the Tvam Paryupasate is the Sagunopasana. The second line is Evam Yecha Abhi Aksharam Avyaktam. Then there is this Nirgunopasana. The other is Nirgunopasana, or this Dhyanam, worshipping at, see this, at some people at a very young age itself, at a very young age, they will be able to see this Nirgunopasana possible. Everyone cannot, because we are all conditioned to have this Sagunopasana only. We have a deity at home, we have a temple nearby, we do some pujas, we chant some mantras, shlokas, etc. So these are all Sagunopasana. These are all Sagunopasana. But there are some who at a very young age only, they can see Bhagavan in everything. They can see that Chaitanyam in self, as in the human's self, or the other plants and animals and all the celestials, etc. Okay, so this is the Nirgunopasana. So this is done through how this is done? By listening to Vedanta. Shruti. By listening to Vedanta, Shruti, Yukti, thinking, Mananam. Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. Same thing, Shruti, Yukti and Anubhavam. Okay? Anubhavam means experience. Now, so Shruti, we have to listen to the Upanishads, listen to the Vedanta, then Yukti, think about it, do Mananam, and through Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam, they practice this Nirgunopasana. Right? So, in this Nirgunopasana, there are two methods are there. One is the Yoga Marga. Yoga Marga, you know, that Patanjali Yoga Sutra and all that, Patanjali Yoga Margam, Vipassana, many meditation techniques are there. That is one. And another is Atma Vichara. The first one, which is what I discussed. By listening to Vedanta and thinking about it and clear all the doubts. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhavam. Same thing. Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. This is one path. In Nirgunopasana, there are two. One is this, Atma Vicharam. Another is Yoga. Yoga Marga. Meditation techniques, etc. Actually, between the Atma Vicharam and the meditation technique, very minor difference only. There is not much difference between these two. Okay? Not much difference. Because through Vipassana also, Atma Vicharam will be possible. Atma Vicharam is possible. Through meditation techniques, etc. Through Patanjali Yoga Sutra, etc. This is also possible. So the difference is very minor. Okay? So, this is explained in the second line. So, the first line says about the Sagunopasana, and the second is Aksharam Abhyaktam. Aksharam Abhyaktam means that which is Nirakaram, formless, and Aksharam, imperishable Brahman. Among these, Tesham Yoga Vittamaha ke, who are more auspicious. This is the doubt Arjuna is asking. Sagunopasana, Nirgunopasana. And anyone who says that this path is the best one, you know, they don't really clearly understand the thing. Only fools will speak like that. This method is the only correct method. The other method is wrong. Only fools will say that. Okay? Because all these practices are, the Lakshyam is same. The Lakshyam is Bhagavat Prapti. The route can be many. It can be, you can use a car to reach a place, or you can take a flight also. Those are not important. But Bhagavat Prapti, reaching home, is the most important thing. Similarly, one who thinks that only by going car I will reach home is not correct. Okay? Okay. So now let us move to the second verse. So before that, see, Bhagavan, say a few quotes, you know. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says that to serve the world with the attitude that it is indeed God. That means to serve the world with an attitude that it's indeed God. That which is indeed God, the world, indeed God, is the service to God. Very simple. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's quote is this: to serve the world with the attitude. That is very important. What is the attitude? The attitude is that it's indeed God. The whole universe that is appearing to you is Bhagavan Surupam. Is Bhagavan alone. All the objects that you see, everything is God only. Such with attitude is the service to God. For such people, a separate meditation with a seat, meditation seat and sitting and then is not needed for that individual. So for an individual who serves the universe, or who serves the world, means whatever he is doing, that is a service. With an attitude that everything is God, is the service to God. So for such an individual, a meditation sitting, meditation with a seat, etc. are not necessary. Where? Because, why you know? Because his heart is the meditation seat. His heart is his meditation seat. Okay. In the 9th chapter, 14th is Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantascha Dridhavrataha Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya Nityayukta Upasate. 9th chapter, 14th verse. We already covered this. Okay, just refreshing. Constantly singing my glories. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. Then singing my glories constantly with a firm conviction. Okay? Dridhavrataha, with a firm conviction, mastering the sense organs. Yadantascha, mastering the sense organs and doing swadharma. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya, who is doing namaskaram, prostrating to Bhagavan, they worship me. Nityayuktaha. Who? Nityayuktaha. This is the definition of Nityayuktaha. The goal is always Bhagavat Prapti only. Okay. So let us see what Bhagavan says in the 2nd chapter. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So Arjuna asked this question. Who are more great? Whether Saguna Brahmopasana is more great or Nirguna Brahmopasana? Bhagavan says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Mayyavesya Mano Yemam Nityayukta Upasate. Same Nityayukta, which we on the 9th chapter 14th verse, which we just now discussed. Mayyavesya Mano Yemam Nityayukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetaha Te Me Yuktatamam Mataha. What Bhagavan says? Ye, who are all Mayi. Here Mayi means Sagunopasana, keeping me as an alambanam. Okay? Why how we come to this? Because the 3rd and 4th verse is discussing about Nirgunopasana. Okay? So 3rd and 4th is discussing about Nirgunopasana. That is the reason why Mayi is Sagunopasana. That is what all the commentators have written. Okay? So A, Mayi, keeping an alambanam, a rupam, an ishtadevata, or a pranavam, etc. Manaha aveshya, keeping the mind fixed completely, whom Mayi, mean that ishtadevata. Okay? Ishtadevata. It is not just Krishna. Don't mistake. Only as Krishna. Here Mayi means all of them. Because you remember in Vibhuti Yogam, Bhagavan said, I am Krishna among the Vaishnavas, I am Arjuna among Pandavas, I am the sun, I am this, I am that, etc. In Vibhuti Yogam, Bhagavan says that all of this, and he selected a few. Right? So from that only we have to come to the conclusion that here Mayi means not just Krishna, but any Ishtadevata of the individual choice. And these Vibhutis are Anantam. Manifestations are infinite. So anything can be selected. Okay? As per the individual's choice. Mayi Aveshya Paraya Shraddhaya Upetaha. So here the goal is Bhagavat Prapti. Completely focused on the goal Bhagavat Prapti. Shraddhaya, with the total conviction to Shastram and Guru. Okay? So, Paraya Shraddhaya Upetaha Nityayuktaha, constantly and always remembering Bhagavan. That Bhagavan here is Ishtadevata again. Nityayuktaha Mam Upasade, he is worshipping me. Those who are worshipping me like this. How to worship? Paraya Shraddhaya Upetaha, always completely focused on the goal as Bhagavat Prapti. One who is doing this upasade or worshipping me, te me mataha yuktatamaha, they are great spiritual seekers in my opinion. This is what Bhagavan said. So those who are fixing their mind on me, here me means any Ishtadevata, I am reconfirming it. Any Ishtadevata, keeping their mind in me, worship me ever constantly, steadfast, and are endowed with supreme faith, total faith, Shraddhaya, okay, total faith, are the most perfect yogis in my opinion. There is no more guarantee than this. This is Bhagavan's guarantee. In 6th chapter also, 6th chapter 47th verse, I am quoting this so that you can refer. 6th chapter 47th verse, Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo mataha. Here also yuktatamaha, right? They are yuktatama. Whoever is worshipping me with Shraddha, total faith in scriptures and Guru Vakyam, without forgetting me, at all times, and at all places. At all times and at all places, he knows me the best among all yogis. Among all yogis, he knows me the best. Right? So, yeah, this is what? On the 3rd and 4th verse, it is Nirgunopasana. That is the reason this verse is discussing about the Sagunopasana. Yeah. So then Ishtadevata, how to select Ishtadevata? Any Ishtadevata is okay. Some may be fond of Krishna, some may be fond of Shiva, some may be Mahavishnu, like Vaishnavas, etc. Or some may be of Ganapati, some may be Shakti, Durga, Parameshwari. There are so many, numerous devatas are there. Anyone, Suryan, sun can be taken as a Ishtadevata. Any deity we take and keep. You can keep an idol at home, or you can do some puja on even a photo frame also is fine, or you can just chant Bhagavan Nama, okay, Nama Sankirtanam, or you can have a Omkara Upasana, or you can go to temple and then do Pradakshanam, lot of Pradakshanam, etc., or do offerings. Any sort of activities you can do, any sort of karma you do, but all karma to be done keeping in mind that God alone exists here. Whatever karma I do, it is for Bhagavat Prapti only. I don't want anything. Including my body's health also. That is not a desire. All desire is gone. Only God alone. God alone exists here. Right? So, with this attitude, see, same thing, Mattah paradaram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam prodam sutre manigana iva. There is nothing other than me. Bhagavan said, no, Mattah paradaram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Hey Arjuna, there is nothing other than me here. Only I alone exist. Only Bhagavan exists. So here, Sagunopasana, anyone can have Ishtadevata and see that Ishtadevata in all the objects of this world. See that Krishna, in whoever is coming to your home, you see Krishna in them, or you see Shakti in them, or you see Devi in them. Right? Whoever it is, let it be your father, your children, or your office staff, or on the road the dogs or the cow, whatever you see, everything is Bhagavat Swarupam. Bhagavat Swarupam, here you can have your Ishtadevata and with a focused mind, remembering him at all times. Paraya Shraddhaya Upetaha Nitya Yuktaha. Bhagavan says, Ye te me mataha Yuktatamaha. They are the great spiritual seekers in my opinion. So, here, the alambanam or the media through which, okay, the symbol is not the main criteria. That is not the main criteria. The main criteria is how is one worshipping, with what attitude one is worshipping. That is the bhavam behind the upasana. That is more important. That is why this paraya sraddhaya, the clarity should be there. The clarity in vastu bodham, and my goal is Bhagavat Prapti. Okay, so vastu bodham is what? Vastu bodham is, again, coming back to that. All the ornaments are gold alone. Right? Any ornaments, let it be numerous ornaments in front of you. See the gold in all the ornaments. That is Vastu Bodham. Bhagavan alone exists. So, to see that Bhagavan in everything, we can have a Rupam. That is the only thing here. Okay? That Rupam you can take. That Ishtadevata you can take. Think of that Ishtadevata at all times. Okay? That is the way he said Bhavam. Okay? And that Ishtadevata is everywhere. Okay? That is Vastu Bodham. Remember, that is the Vastu Bodham. That Bhagavan, that Ishtadevata is there everywhere. That Bhagavan is omnipotent, omniscient and omnipresent. Sarvajnaha, then Sarvashaktaha and Sarvavyapi. Bhagavan is Sarvavyapi, Sarvajnaha and Sarvashaktaha. And my goal is to merge in Bhagavan. What does that mean? This small I, the small I, the reflected consciousness which thinks that I am doing this, I enjoy this, right, etc. One who thinks this small I doesn't exist. Right? I don't exist. The small I don't exist. Only that exists is the Bhagavan, which is there inside me as Antaryami. That is the big I. That I is not contained in this body. That I is all pervading, which is there Akhandam, okay, as consciousness, as Bodham. So that I alone exists. That Bhagavan alone exists. So here when you take that Krishna, if your Krishna is the Ishtadevata, Krishna is there inside me. Krishna is there inside everything. Krishna is all pervading. Okay, and Krishna is Sarvashaktaha, Sarvavyapi, and Krishna knows everything. Okay, this is why we are taking one Ishtadevata. Okay, that way also is that Bhagavan says that this is excellent. Among them, Yukta Tamaha me mataha. Right? Te me yukta me mataha yukta tamaha. They are the great spiritual seekers. So there is absolutely no problem in having an Ishtadevata and do puja at home. But the attitude should be correct. And not only puja, other activities also. The food, the cooking food, the fire, everything is Krishna only. Or everything is Shiva only. Or everything is Mahavishnu only, Narayana only. Chant the names of that God. Narayana, 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 like that. Right? Or Shiva Shiva, Shiva Shiva, Shiva Shiva. Anything is possible. Anything is perfectly alright. Okay? That is what Bhagavan said about the Sagunopasana. Now, does that mean that Nirguna Upasana is inferior? That is a question now. Nirguna Upasana, is it inferior to Saguna Upasana? No. Nirguna Upasana also leads to Brahma Prapti. Okay? Bhagavan says, those who do Nirgunopasana, they become Brahman only. We will see third verse. Third and fourth together only. Okay? ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवं संनियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः. Beautiful verse. Indriyagramam samniyamya. Turning the mind and the sense organs from the objects of the world and turning inwards. Indriyagramam means all the sense organs. The cluster of all the sense organs. Indriyagramam. And mind. Okay. Samniyamya. Controlling them and turning them inwards. Turning them inwards means away from the objects of this world. Means there is a 100% requirement of controlling the sense organs. This is a must for every seeker. Okay? Controlling the sense organs is a must, mandatory requirement for all the seekers. Whether it is Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Sagunopasana, Nirgunopasana, and let it be anything, anyway, controlling the sense organs and the Karmendriyas also, right? Karmendriyas, Jnanendriyas, this must be mind also should be controlled. There should be some control. Some niyamyendriya gramam, yeah, sarvatra samabuddhayaha, seeing the truth everywhere, sarvabhuta hite rataha, wishing the welfare for all beings, sarvabhuta hite rataha, etu whoever in this way as above. See, tu here means these people, mean the Nirgunopasana people. Okay, etu means this Nirguna, whoever is in this Nirgunopasana people. Anirdeshyam, avyaktam, achintyam. See, these are all the adjectives for Brahman, Bhagavan. Anirdeshyam, impossible to express with words, impossible to define it. Okay, it is not possible to express using words. Why? Because it is that thing which can only be experienced self, experienced as self only, as I can experience as I only. But with the Indriyas, I can see a bottle, I can see the sun, I can see anything else. Okay, but whereas to experience myself, I don't need any upadhi. I don't need any upadhi. I don't need a body. I don't need sense organs. I don't need a mind also. I experience myself. I know there is no doubt. Am I alive? Somebody else don't need to come and say, hey, you are alive. No proof is necessary. I exist. Do I exist? Do I exist? I don't have to ask anyone. Correct? Sitting in a dark room, I close my eyes and look inside, I know I exist. I don't need any other proof than knowing self. So it is so simple, right? Whereas to prove something else, somebody need to tell, yes, you are right. But whereas nobody need to tell. Suppose somebody says that you don't exist. Do we believe it? We will not believe it. Because we are so sure that existence is my true nature. I know. Correct? So, that anirdeshyam, which cannot be expressed, and achintyam, which cannot be grabbed using the mind also. This is what Taittiriya Upanishad said. Yato vacho nivartande aprapya manasa saha. Aprapya manasa and words also. Both cannot reach there. So, it cannot be expressed with the words. It cannot be caught, grabbed with the mind also. Correct? Because this is behind the mind. That is the reason. Okay. Because of that only the mind is functioning. Because of that only all the indriyas are shining. The indriyas are functioning because of the chaitanyam inside. It is the chaitanyam on which these things are shining. It is giving light to everything. It is giving light to the light. It is giving light to the darkness also. Right? So that is this light. It is not the light like a sunlight or the torchlight, etc. It is the light, that knowledge. We call it ariva or chaitanyam or chit or bodham. It gives light to everything else, which cannot be expressed in the words. So then what are we doing here? We are trying our best. That's all. So, anirdeshyam, to know that it is cannot be expressible, it cannot be expressed using the words through which we have to know it. Okay? Anirdeshyam, avyaktam, achintyam, sarvatragam. It is sarvavyapi. It is all pervading. It is everywhere. Because why? Because without that nothing exists. It gives existence to all. The isness, this bottle is, right? The plant is, the sun is, right? Like that, where the isness is given by that existence. How do you know? If bodham is there, this world is there. If the consciousness is there, the world is there. Karya karanam, the effect cause. If gold is there, ornaments are there. If there is no gold, no ornaments are there. So all the ornaments are gold alone. Got it? Similarly, Brahman is there, consciousness is there, all the objects are there. If Brahman is not there, nothing exists. So whatever that exists is because of this Brahman, or they are Brahman alone. Okay, this is what, through like this only we have to understand. Achintyam sarvagadam. So because of that it pervades everywhere. Then kutastham. See, kutastham, two meanings are there. Kuta means anvil. Anvil where you put some metal and then you hit using a hammer. Using a hammer you hit and then you shape it. So that base which is so heavy, anvil, anvil, so that is called kuta. So that doesn't change. When you put anything on it and then you hit, so making the smithy people and all that, they use that inside the foundry or inside the smithy shop, they use this anvil, or even small anvils are used for the goldsmiths also. So anything you put on and then you use the hammer to shape everything else, whereas the anvil doesn't change. Okay, the kutastaha, that is one meaning. Another is kutastha means which is concealed, which is hidden, which is hidden by what? By Maya. Maya hides this. Because of Maya, this world arises, and in this world, this is hidden. Okay, hidden. That is why it is called kutastaha, kutastham, achalam. It cannot move anywhere. Why achalam? Can't move. Why? Why it can't move? Because it is all pervading. Everywhere Bhagavan is there, or everywhere this consciousness is there. When it is full and full, how it can move? How it can move? Because there is no space. Suppose you put 100 and thousands of people in one room, and if you make it jam packed, can anyone move? No one can move, right? Similarly, this whole universe is full and full with Brahman. How it can move? So when we say that, this is moving, one Atma goes to another Atma, not like that. It's not to be understood. Atma doesn't move. Atma doesn't go from anywhere. We say, no, when somebody dies, let the soul rest in peace. Atma chala gaya. Atma has gone. Atma doesn't go. When somebody dies, I go. I am going from here to some other body. Nobody goes. Atma doesn't go. Atma is achalam. What is going is the mind that is going. The Sukshma Shariram is the one which is traveling from place to place. And Sukshma Shariram is in Brahman. Is an illusion. The Sukshma Shariram, the eye, small eye, etc. is an illusion. It doesn't go anywhere. That only moves from place to place. What doesn't move is Atma. And who is this Atma? You, me, Tattvamasi. You are that. You are that Atma, or you are that Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that. So I don't move anywhere. I don't go anywhere. Achalam. Here we are talking about Atma, you and me only. Right? Kutastham, Achalam, Dhruvam cha, constant. It is certain and eternal. For sure. Aksharam. Aksharam means imperishable Brahman. Aksharam, Parabrahmam, Paryupasade. Who? Yetu. The others. When earlier explained about the second verse, explained about the Sagunopasana. And here, Yetu. These people, they Indriyagramam Samniyamya, controlling their sense organs and mind, controlling them, they take this mind and sense organs away from them, and the mind is turned inwards, looking at the Atma, the all-pervading, with Avritta Chakshuhu, which we explained earlier. So like that, then with Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha, seeing the truth everywhere, seeing that Atma everywhere. See, when we say, is it possible to close our eyes and close our ears, etc.? Avritta Chakshuhu, it is not possible. Then how to understand this? How to understand is, whatever you see is Bhagavan, Atma. Whatever you hear is Brahman. That is why Yadunnu Kanmadad Narayana Pratima, Yadunnu Kelpadad Narayana Shrutigal. Yadunnu Kanmadad, whatever you are seeing is Narayana, Atma. Whatever you hear is Atma. Yadunnu Chaivadad, whatever karmas you do, whatever actions you are do, Narayana Archanagal, it is an offering to God, offering to that Brahman, offering to that all-pervading, whatever explained so far, Anirdeshyam, Avyaktam, Achintyam, Sarvagatam, Kutastham, Achalam, Dhruvam cha, Aksharam, Brahman. This one, okay? So whatever you see, smell, taste, through the five sense organs, is that Bhagavan, Paryupasate. When you do that, what happens? They become Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha. They will wish welfare of every being here. Naturally, they will become Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha. They wish all good only for Sarvabhutam, all bhutas, all beings here, all humans, animals, the plants, everything. They have no Samabuddhayaha, because they Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha, they see the truth everywhere. They have no hatred or dvesham towards anything. Okay? Then what comes out of it is pure unconditional love. Okay? Pure unconditional love will be the result of this. This is the Nirgunopasana. Ye tvaksharam anirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasade sarvatra gam achindyam cha kudastham achalam dhruvam samniyam mendriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayaha te prapnuvanti mameva. What will happen to them? These Nirguna Brahma Upasakaha, these Nirguna Brahma Upasakas, Mameva Prapnuvanti, they directly merge in me, or they reach me, they realize me. Okay? They directly merge in me. Mameva Prapnuvanti. Then what happens to the small eye? It gets dissolved. This is the Sharanagati, total surrender. I don't exist, you only exist. Only that exists here. Only Brahman alone exists here. Such individual, they merge in me. They lose their personality, they lose their ahankara, and they merge in me. So they know only I alone exist. I exist, I only exist. In me, the whole world arises, stays for some time, disappears. This is the Maya which I have got nothing to do with it. Okay? No karma touches me. So this understanding is this Mam eva prapnuvanti. They merge in me. This is what Bhagavan said about the Nirgunopasakas. Okay, there is many more. We can explain this. We'll continue in our next session. Okay, we'll talk little more, or we will go to the next verse. So Arjuna's question was, among Sagunopasakas and Nirgunopasaka, which is Sreshtam? Bhagavan said Sagunopasaka is Sreshtam, and there is absolutely 100% they will reach me, and Nirgunopasaka also will merge in me. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu.